Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about kids learning how to program. So let's get into it. So the question in question was, Frederick, I am 27 years old and I just started to learn how to code. When I see younger kids learning to code, I feel they will have an unfair advantage over me since they are learning before me. What should I do? Grow the fuck up, dude. I mean, are you serious? You feel like the kids will have an unfair advantage? Yeah, surely this must be an injustice that we can go on Twitter and talk about so that we can cancel this whole thing, right? Let's pull let's pull programming education away from the kids so as quickly as possible so that the people that are closer to 30 for comfort will have a shot at becoming something that we can use in the IT profession. So I'm gonna tell you right now that the first thing, the absolute first thing is, dude, like I really do mean it. You really need to have a think about your value system, and you must be, you have some stuff that you need to work out, and I will help you answer this question, and hopefully that will help you along the way. But like seriously, go and have a think about this, because kids learning how to program and focusing on their education and finding something that they enjoy doing early in life is a very good thing. It is probably one of the best things ever. And the ones of us who have made it a little bit further in life should not be a blocker for any reason when that is happening. Shit, we're fighting just to keep them vaguely interested in what's going on in school. So if they're doing this, this is a whole lot better than drugs and all the other stuff they might get into. But with that said, you need to understand that the time that you spend doing something doesn't really matter. What matters is how much effort are you putting in, what sort of resistance are you facing with the work that you're doing. I can tell you right now that I work with people where you have some developers who have been working for 15 years and they are being outdone by people who've been doing it for 4 years or maybe 5 years in some cases. And the reason is not because they are supernaturally gifted people. It is because the craft of software or crafting anything, whatever skill you're learning, has a sweet spot. Now, if you reach that sweet spot, which you will, because learning anything has a finite amount of it's a finite thing unless it's an endless thing, which it's not. You may think it is endless, but it's not. The finite amount of stuff that you need to learn is the stuff that you require in order to do your job. Learning how to do a job as a software developer is a very bit different thing from pushing yourself to the absolute limit and trying to learn everything within software. If you're trying to learn everything, you can definitely keep on going for years and years and years, probably the rest of your life. But if you're just looking to get the skills down that you need to do the job that you are hired to do, you can reach that point within the first 5 years of your career. If you haven't thought about that, that is vaguely the amount of time that most of the job postings are looking for in a senior-ish developer. Do you think that's a coincidence? No, because that's roughly the amount of time it takes for you to get really good. That also happens to be around the 10,000 hours mark, if you know about that stuff. That's roughly the numbers we're talking about. So if you take 5 years and invest that and go really know go hard on the quality of your personal education, you are very likely to find that you're going to be able to code better than someone who's been doing it for 20 years. because even if that person has been doing it for 20 years, that doesn't matter, because like they will have learned the same things that you have in their first 5 years, and then it all comes down to what they've been doing with the rest of the time. And I can tell you right now, the amount of developers who keep on pushing themselves for more than their first 5 years is very low. It's very, very low. And now I don't really like to go into this area here, but this is the real hierarchy. You've been hearing about it, that it's professional software developers, they look down on self-taught people and so forth and so forth. And this hierarchy, it does exist, but there's also a layer within the elitism. The elite have their own layers. In other words, if you have been working as a professional software developer for 5 years, you are definitely considered to be a professional, and you are the elite, or whatever, like however we want to look at, like you're a serious software developer. Even if you go over that does all you're doing is accumulating experience. If you want to be even higher than just the first 5 years, or get better than that, you're going to have to push it even further. And most of the developer community are very fine with just staying at the same skill level they had after their first 5-ish years. They're not going to grow all that much more. It's really only the truly enthusiastic people who really push it, who go even further than that. And these are the people that the senior level experiences look to for tips and tricks on how to improve things. These are the tech talkers. These are the people who are headhunted by the top IT companies, all of these sorts of people that keep on pushing things. And finally, these are the sort of people that actually go and become CTO, not always, but they are the ones who become leaders of IT. These are the sorts of people. And I can promise you, the amount of years they have spent is not the thing that gets them there. It is the quality of the years that they have spent. There's a sweet spot. You can learn even to run an entire IT company within a given amount of years. It's not some magical, like you just keep on doing this for long enough and then it's just going to happen. You can become an IT, like an industry leader, in just a fraction of the time most people spend there before they get to that same point, if you just know how to get there. That's what it really comes down to. So what I want you to take away from this is, number one, if the kids are learning how to code, leave them the fuck alone or help them out. These are very good kids and they should be encouraged as much as humanly possible. Number two, don't be afraid that just because somebody starts earlier than you, that they're going to have some weird advantage, because it really comes down on what they're doing. Have you ever seen a kid learn how to program? Most of them, when they're starting out, they're learning like the bare bone basics, or like some stuff. This is not going to make them some threat to you in the future. It really comes down to, are they really going to push themselves as much as humanly possible throughout their adolescence, or like even like depending on how old they are, of course. Guys, I've been working with people who've been coding since they were 8 years, and I still know for a fact that they are not just so amazingly good that there's no other way for you to compete with them. Their code is still good, it's comprehensible, and they get paid just as everybody else. It doesn't really matter how long they've been doing it, unless they can produce the results, and that's the key thing. What matters is not the years. What matters is the quality of the years that you have spent. Have a great day.